Miss Wilkerson has 35 years of experience as an educator, including 19 here at Middleburg Elementary serving as principal. And so during that time, Middleburg Elementary has become a Title I school during her tenure, and she has created a family environment for all our faculty, staff, students, and their parents. And so during her 19 years, 10 times Middleburg Elementary has earned an A status from the Florida Department of Education. Through her leadership, students and staff strive for excellence.
I would say my leadership style is a shared leadership. I truly believe everybody has strengths. And so I try to build relationships and discover what everyone's strengths are and then build on those strengths. And I use my teachers as teacher leaders. I use them to develop the rest of their team so that everyone is strong. I believe everyone who works here has value that they add to our team.
Well, I define leadership. I believe that all kids can learn. And then therefore, I do walkthroughs each and every day. I normally meet with teachers. I normally have conversations with teachers to see where students are, to see how we can target students, see how students can benefit from excelling in our classes. The key role to that is ensuring that my teachers are having professional development through our PLC meetings, through days that we have, PDD days, which are professional development days. And then we want to provide them where it's a give and take where we are providing them where they can learn from the role and capacity of what's taking place here at Rosenwald Elementary.
Edna Bailey is so many things to myself, to the staff, to my children, and to this community. She believes that art and theater and writing and reading literacy changes lives. And so she allows for her staff to utilize their gifts and to operate within their gifts.
I wanted to have a school that I refer to as the watering hole in the desert of academics. And that's why I went with the name Oasis. And I targeted a population that I believe were underserved and different other issues that was on the table that would impede them from doing their best academically. And I wanted to level out that playing ground and be able to meet their needs.
Mr. Ford is a visionary. He sets the expectations to all of our staff members, and they help to contribute to the mission movement of our school, which is basically to make sure that our students are able to function independently out in the community as they're going to be community people. He also promotes a positive climate, school climate, by practicing fairness and deep understanding of who we are at Indian Ridge.
I look at my teachers as being the front line, and I am their support. So whatever they need, I'm there to support them because of some of the challenges they're dealing with already. So when I have to make a decision or with a new policy or if we're implementing something, it's very important to me to get their input. To me, they have better ideas than the principal. So with their good ideas, then I make sure I stay within the parameter of whatever the policy and the guidelines are, and then we go with it. So, and I think my teachers look at that as a good thing. I always have an open door policy. Sometimes I can be so busy and the teachers just pop in, but that's the way it's been, And when I became the principal, I didn't want to change that.
Mrs. Lee is just a well-rounded leader. She has, if you were to sit down and think about who would I like to work for, all of the qualities that you would probably write down are the things that she possesses and she brings to the table every day with us. She just doesn't seem to have a bad day. If she does have a bad day, it's no one else's problem. She just leads by example.
Throughout the year, we're constantly having meetings and conversations. I have committees in school climate, or I call them action teams, because the committee just meets in my eyes, but an action team does the work. So we actually have action teams, a school climate culture action team. We have a leadership action team and an academic action team. And so we're meeting throughout the year to receive feedback from those teachers and those students. My student council actually works as the student leadership action team. And so we get feedback from them on what we can do better. And so again, I'm democratic. I want us to do this together. I have to have the vision, and then I need them to help me with my vision. So in order to do that, I must be having constant conversations and feedback from them.
Principal McClelland is really good at making connections with students and staff members and even community members. He was born and raised here in our town. And so people are just very comfortable with him. They respect him. They trust him. They know that they can come to him with any concern or question that they have, and he's going to take the time to listen. They may not always agree with what his answer is or what he has to say, but there's definitely a level of respect there that he's really accomplished throughout his years here.
Getting teachers and qualified teachers is difficult, and it's gotten more so in the last few years because we're not in a large area or a large city. So there's not a lot of things for folks to do to really entice them to come here. So what we've really started doing probably the last 4 or 5 years is really trying to grow our own. So students, I've hired a couple students that were my past students, now they're teachers. And we've kind of got a really good pipeline flowing there. I'm getting ready to hopefully hire another one, just graduated high school 3 years ago. So that's really kind of what we have to do because we are small. We're a Title I school. We don't have a lot of the accolades as far as wonderful course offerings and things of that nature compared to the larger metropolitan areas. But we try to make up with things that we don't have with a sense of community and community pride.
Mr. Mall is the kind of principal who comes to school every day with the intention to lead our school so that our students experience greatness every day. He is the kind of principal who goes above and beyond to make sure that our teachers are supported in providing experiences for our students that not only are going to help them to excel academically, but also to help them flourish as young people. Mr. Mall truly believes that all of our students are leaders, scholars, and citizens. And so every decision that he makes truly supports our students growing, again, not just academically, but as the future citizens of our great country. And so that is why Mr. Mall is the great principal of Palm Bay Elementary and why we all just love him so much.
So when I came to Palm Bay Elementary, the school was in its second year in turnaround status with the state of Florida. We had received 2 years of a D, and since that time, we have been steadily increasing. We've been able to kind of maintain our C's. We had some COVID drops, but about every year we would score an increase in 5 out of the 7 reporting categories for the FSA, which was pretty special for us. We still have a long way to go. We still have a lot of work to do, but we have a very committed staff, and I know with their leadership and their guidance for each of the students, we will get there.
I work in a district that has 22 high schools. And within those 22, there's magnet programs as well. So kids, have opportunities to go elsewhere, right? So you have to have, positive stories coming out of your school. And, we would celebrate, a kid that is going to Harvard on a full ride scholarship, kids that are going to Vanderbilt on a full ride scholarship, because we want the community to know that your kid can not only get a quality education here as well, but based on that quality education, they can be just as competitive as any other student going at any other 21 high schools in our district. So we always celebrated those successes because even though we are one county towards one vision, there's still a competitive nature to ensure that those students in your community go to the community school. And parents have to feel that their students can get a quality education within the community that they serve.